In grade 11, we are set to solve such a problem, okay? Number one, they said if cos 32. Now, if cos 32, that means we are going to draw a diagram. Let me draw it here. This is my diagram, which is a right angle triangle, okay? Here I have 32, okay? That is what I'm having, right? Now, since I have 32, I say 180 minus 90 minus 32. I will have here 58, okay? When you say 58 plus 32, you can see that you will have 90 degrees, okay? 90 degrees plus 90 degrees, it's 180. Then we go, cos of 32, here is 32. They said this is always over 1 because it's a what? It's a number, okay? Now let's go for it. That means it will be adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent is P and the hypotenuse is 1. Then I use Pythagoras theorem to get the other side. My R is 1 all squared equals to my X is P all squared plus y squared, okay? Therefore, y squared is equals to 1 minus p squared. Then we put a root, Then we know that y is equals to the root of 1 minus p squared, okay? You cannot simplify further and say this is the root of p, 1 minus p only, because there's a square, so I can put a square. No, you don't do that, okay? Now let's go for it. Then here, this means it will be 1 minus p squared. Okay? If it's like this, then I go and answer the questions. Okay? The question says, in terms of p, determine cos of 212. Okay? Number one, 212, it's in the third quadrant. Okay? So I'll start there. I will say cos of 212 is equals to cos of 180 degrees plus 32. Okay, now how is cos in this quadrant? In this quadrant, cos is negative. So this will be negative cos 32 degrees. Okay, so if it's cos 32 degrees, hence let's go and check. This is cos, this is 32. Cos is adjacent over hypotenuse. So this will be negative p all over 1, okay? Then the second one, we have sine of negative 328, okay? Now in this one, there are two ways of which you can do it. One, you can add 360. If you add 360 on this one, you get what? You get sine of 58, okay? If you add 360 on this one, okay? So if you add 360 on this one, you'll get sine 58. So sine 58 is this one, okay? So it will be opposite over hypotenuse, okay? But I don't want us to do that one. Let's do the other one, okay? That's grade 11s are familiar with. What do we do here, okay? For here, we will say what? We will say this is negative sine 300 and what? 328. Okay? So now we check which quadrant is what? Is 328. We know that this is the fourth quadrant, so this negative sine of 360 degrees minus 360 degrees minus this is what? This is okay, this is 32, yes. Minus 32 degrees. Okay? So I made a mistake even on the first one. It's supposed to be 32, okay? So how is sine in this quadrant? It's negative. So negative into negative sine of 32 degrees, okay? So we know that negative times negative will give us a positive. Let me write here. Will give us a positive sine of 32 degrees. Hence, this one will say what? Hence, this one will be opposite over hypotenuse, which is equals to root of 1 minus p squared all over 1. Okay, now I'm tempted to do the one started with correctly. Okay, now we are going to say what? We are going to say sine of negative 328. Then we say plus 360 because it's a negative angle. Hence, this one will give us positive sine of 32. Okay, so sine of 32 is opposite over hypotenuse, which is the root of 1 minus p squared all over 1. So this is the same thing, guys. But I know that the grade 11s are used to this one. If you are used to this one, you are also on the right path. Thank you.